Good afternoon, everyone. On the situation with Israel and Iran, first of all, the President of the UN General Assembly, His Excellency Mr. Philemon Yang, is deeply concerned by the escalation of violence between Israel and Iran. He calls on all sides to cease hostilities, in particular, the targeting of civilians and civilian infrastructure, and to engage in diplomacy and dialogue to settle disputes in accordance with the UN Charter and international law. The President states that we cannot afford more military conflicts in the Middle East or elsewhere, for war is not the solution to any of our problems. Now, yesterday there were resolutions adopted. Member states adopted a resolution on the International Day Against Unilateral Coercive Measures. This day will be observed annually on the 4th of December. It is a call to member states to refrain from adopting, promulgating, and applying any unilateral economic, financial, or trade measures not in accordance with international law and the UN Charter. A resolution was also adopted to proclaim the International Day of Deafblindness on the 27th of June. This day is an opportunity to promote the empowerment and inclusion of deafblind individuals in all aspects of society. With regard to next week, President Yang has convened an informal meeting of the General Assembly to hear an update on the UN 80 initiative from UN Under-Secretary General for Policy, Mr. Guy Ryder, on the 24th of June. A debate on the responsibility to protect and the prevention of genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity takes place on the 25th of June. Now, a note on one of the President's signature events. A signature event on the 25th of June will focus on one of the President's priorities, peace and security in Africa. To that end, President Yang is convening a high-level thematic debate on the multifaceted aspects of peace and security in Africa and the future of peacekeeping operations. This high-level thematic debate, in cooperation with the African Union, aims to discuss the multifaceted aspects of peace and security in Africa and the future of peacekeeping operations, emphasizing the role of the UN-funded African Union-led peace operations and their potential contributions to the maintenance of international peace and security. Now on UN 80, an informal meeting of the plenary to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the signing of the UN Charter takes place on the 26th of June. The original UN Charter is now on display at the UN headquarters, and the President wishes to convey his deepest thanks to the National Archives and Records Administration of the United States for making this possible. The UN Charter will be part of a historical exhibit taking place at headquarters. This exhibit of the historic San Francisco Conference, where the Charter was signed, will be launched next week and will be on display until September 2025. It will feature iconic images and videos from the conference, reinforcing the UN's foundational principles and history. Lastly, we had advised that a press briefing on the revitalization of the work of the UN General Assembly would take place on the 25th of June at 12:30 p.m. However, unfortunately, this has now been postponed. And that's it on my side. Are there any questions on the floor? Or, Daji?
Any new dates for the international conference for two-state solution?
No, not as yet.
Okay. Yesterday, the Israeli ambassador Danoon said that many PRs here in this building are actually grateful that Israel is dealing with the terror regime, which referring to Iran. Has PGA been one of them saying thank you to the Israeli ambassador?
Najee, I think I just told you what the PGA has said with regard to what is happening in Israel and Iran in terms of calling for both sides to exercise restraint. Anything else? Any questions online? Okay, great. Everyone enjoy your afternoon.